co-main event.
Oof.
Robert Whittaker, Khamzat
Oof.
Chimaev, middleweight division. Winner of this could potentially get a title shot next.
Yeah.
We've heard that Dricus du Plessis will probably defend his belt against Sean Strickland.
Yeah.
We're going to see the second fight of that.
Oof.
Whittaker, the most experienced guy against Khamzat. I've heading into this fight, I've been like, well, look, I'm only going to get excited for it once I see Khamzat actually in the
Yeah.
octagon.
Yeah. Exactly that. Yeah.
He looks all right going in around fight week on an embedded
Yes.
at the moment, but a lot of people are picking up on the fact that him with hair, he looks like he's completely lost his aura. And
Yeah.
he's not as like doesn't
Menacing.
look as
Yeah.
in menacing or as in shape, which I don't know if
He
he
might
could put
shave
on
it.
some mass for Whittaker, perhaps. But yeah, I'm a little bit worried about that. I'm hoping he does shave it. I think after seeing what people have been saying online, I think he will go bald and bring
Yeah.
out that menacing look again. Um,
Definitely.
yeah, so for the winner is definitely going to get out a title fight next.
Yeah. 1,000,000%.
Chimaev possesses the ultimate problem for Dricus, really. I mean,
Oh
it
yeah.
kind of almost is rinse and repeat from him in previous fights.
Yeah.
The Kamaru Usman fight was you could say, is one of his toughest fights to date. It looked
Definitely.
like Usman was coming into his own in that third round and was landing strikes and stuffing takedowns then.
Yeah.
Do you think Khamzat really needs to come out the gate straight away and look
Mm.
to take Rob down as quick as possible?
Yeah. It's one of them where I think him and Shemaev himself could be caught in two minds because if he's thinking sat there thinking with his team thinking right I come out quick against Usman and that was in a 3 round fight and I kind of slowed down. This is a 5 round fight as well, which everyone's got to remember, and this is why I think when this fight was made at the time it was 3 rounds, and I thought right if it's 3 rounds I think Shemaev wins. I think um, he'll either get the finish early or he'll win the first 2 rounds and then maybe tie a third round like he did against Usman, and then Usman looked good. So as soon as it was 5 rounds, I sided with Rob, just purely because if Robert Weir can survive that first round, because obviously we know how quick Chimaev starts. If he can survive the submission attempts, the takedowns, just sort of be in the fight going into the third round, I think Rob could take 3, 4, and 5. But yeah, I think Chimaev needs to get Rob out there early.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that they gave this a 5 round fight. I really
Yeah,
am.
yeah, same.
Because
I'm shocked.
Chimaev is so popular, you'd expect the UFC to at least put him in the title picture.
Yeah,
However, he's not been the most healthy of fighters as of late.
no, that's true.
Plus, you've got the fact he can only fight in Abu Dhabi or any of these places will actually allow him in.
Mm.
So there is a big risk with Chimaev becoming champion one
That's
day.
probably why they may have put it 5 rounds.
Yeah, but then at the same time, if UFC and Rob wins, I guess, Rob
Yeah.
versus Duplessis, say Duplessis beats Strickland again, right? Decisively
Yeah,
this
I would
time.
absolutely love it
Want to do
because
that
we've not
again?
seen it. We need some fresh. We like I agree. We do need some fresh kind of meat at the top of this division now. It's obviously fair play to Drickler's coming up through the ranks and doing what he's done. We've got hats off to him. We've got to say I've counted him out numerous amounts of times, and he's done the job and he's finished Rob and finished Izzy. That's mental.
Yeah.
But yeah, if Shemaev does it again, that's another new sort of guide coming up. But I would really love to see Robert Whittaker versus Sean Strickland. That would be a great fight, I think.
Yeah, I'd like to
Obviously,
see
if
that.
Sean beats
And I'd actually
Dricus.
prefer to see Chimaev versus Dricus than Chimaev versus Strickland.
Yeah. Oh, could you
Purely
imagine? Oh.
because Strickland, I think, can get taken down,
hmm
and them two have trained together before, so I don't know what sort of
Yeah.
fight it would be. It'd be a bit weird.
Mm.
Now, part of me would
Yeah.
rather see Chimaev versus Dricus. So, I mean, who knows? Takedown defense is very interesting here. You got 100% to Chimaev, 82% to Robert Whittaker. Now, looking at the stats in the week, I'm just going to bring it up on my other screen here now.
Yeah.
Not many people have been able to take Robert Whittaker down in his career.
Very true.
Dricus did very well, nicely done. Got
Yeah.
the body lock, outside trip, scored some points with ground and pound there. Other than that, looking through it, do you know who the last person was to take Whittaker down?
Romero?
It was Romero. Yes, you're right. In both of the fights that they had. But Rob still came out on top and won.
That was such a war as well, both fights. So it could have been where Rob was a little bit tired.
yeah, it was definitely, it did come late into the fight. I think I watched it briefly because I wanted to see how Romero got him down. But Romero's a former Olympic wrestler, you know. So when you go back and you watch that fight, you think, oh, Chimeav could very well get Rob down in this.
Yeah.
Especially perhaps early.
I'm not saying that he's not going to get him down. I think he does get Rob down. It's just how Rob defends it. And defends the submission attempts, because obviously Usman defended the submission attempts so well. Like obviously he was on Usman's back all over him, had him flattened out at one point. So yeah, it all depends how Whittaker deals with those kind of submission attempts and the pressure that Chimaev possesses on him.
Yeah, I mean, without doubt, Whittaker needs to stay light on his feet, keep this fight standing for as long as possible, and I think he is going to be an awkward fighter for Chimeav to shoot on, for sure.
Definitely.
Which, makes this fight so intriguing. I can't wait until it all unfolds in front of us, to be honest. Striking numbers you can see here just briefly. Landed per minute is actually in favour of Chimeav, but of course Chimeav has had fewer fights.
Yeah.
And it's the same with significant strikes as well. Absorbed per minute is very close, and defense is in favor of Whittaker. Let's hear your thoughts in the chats. Who do you think is going to win this fight? We'll read them out in just a sec.
Yes, Jason, get back in the chats. Let's hear you now.
Yeah. Gauge wise, though, striking is fair to say we want to give to Rob.
Yeah, get those fighters up as well. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, I've not been doing that at all. I'm forgetting this.
Yeah, striking for Rob, yeah.
Chimeav,
yeah, 1,000,000%.
Rob's got some good wrestling to him.
He does, yeah. But
I must admit, but yeah, look, Chimeav, there's been no fault in him at all from what we've seen. Power wise, though,
power is difficult, because Rob's got some power as well, and he's got that little combo that he likes to use, doesn't he? Like high kick, right hand. Likes to use. We all saw what he done to Alaskarov. Uppercuts, and that finish against Alaskarov is a thing of beauty as well. But Chimeav, though, we've seen him that Jared Mershaw fight, one banged him. That was a great knockout. But apart from that, striking wise, he doesn't really TKO guys, does he? He kind of submits them, doesn't he? So if you're looking on paper and you're looking at factual, you kind of got to side with Rob. But yeah, it just all depends about your opinion. Let's hear you in the chat. So I'm probably going to side with Rob, though, for power. I know that may come across.
Yeah, I mean, so far in the UFC, Chimaev's only gone to the distance twice. Usman and Gilbert Burns.
Yeah. And even Burns had him in that fight as well.
yeah. Sub Kevin Holland, sub Li Jinglian, knocked out Mershaw, knocked out Reese McKee. It was TKO.
Oh, that was TKO,
John Phillips in his debut, so...
Yeah, I kind of got a side with Rob then because I've seen him finish more.
Okay,
guys.
Fair then. And then speed, Rob
all day long for me. Even though I have seen some quick entries wrestling wise and grappling wise from Chimeav and how quick he came out of the gates against Usman, but that's obviously just on his part. But I just think Rob's so quick, man.
Yeah, on the feet for sure.
On the feet, yeah.
Cardio. I mean,
got to go to Robert Whittaker. That's mad.
Yeah. So that gives 4 to Whittaker. Striking power, speed, and cardio, with only grappling going to Chimeav.
That's all he needs.
That's all he needs. Exactly. I mean, the way I look at it at the moment is he's got 2 rounds to finish Whittaker. If he doesn't do it, it's going to be very difficult. And Whittaker will take over 3, 4, and 5. On the feet as well. take those takedowns are going to come less and less. Justin Villager's in the house.
Yes,
Justin.
Justin welcome in. He says Bobby
Knuckles. He says. So, how do you think Bobby's going to get it done then? If he does win, are you going with Bobby on the night though, Ash?
I am, yeah.
I'm been quite tempted to as well.
Yeah, when it was first made, as I said a minute ago, when it was first made, it was 3 rounds. I was siding with Chimeav, but when they made it 5 rounds, I've got to side with Robert Whittaker. I think, don't get me wrong, Chimeav's going to come out of the gates quick, take him down. He will probably wear on Rob, and he will, like you said, the submission may present itself, and he may snatch at that. But again, Robert Whittaker's got to be defensively sound for that first round. Get out that first round and see how tired Chimeav is in that second round.
Yeah. I think it's either Whittaker decision or Chimeav submission round 1.
Yeah.
And I could very well picture in my head Chimeav being able to get Rob down first instance, making his way to the back and securing a rear naked choke along the cage, and then celebrating wild into the crowd afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, part of me, 60% of me is thinking of leaning towards Rob decision. I think, is where it stands with me at the moment. You
never know. Like, obviously, we saw how a good striking Usman was in that third round against Chimeav. Like, you think we've not seen how depleted Chimeav could potentially be in a 5th round. Like, could you imagine Rob pouring it on him in the 5th round? Oof.
That was an Usman who came off the couch as well, man.
Yeah, with bad knees as well.
Exactly. So has Chimeav
so
been a little bit
interesting
overhyped?
factors into this fight, and so many ifs and so many buts. But again, it's a fight game. You just never know what could happen.
But part of me thinks that if Rob wins, the hype of Chimeav dies, and I think the excuse will be Chimaev's had some health issues, respiratory issues, and that's been his downfall, which could very well be true in a lot of ways.
That's another question, that I would love to ask, and I'd love to get your thoughts on actually as well, because obviously he's had a lot of health issues. Another fighter that we didn't see the full potential of, and again, a lot of people may say we still haven't seen the full potential of Chimeav. If Chimeav was to lose and we've not seen the full potential, could it be another Zabit Magomedsharipov kind of moment?
Maybe. I mean, Zabit kind of retired. Did he retired winning, right?
Yeah, no, he didn't lose. Yeah, he retired. He retired, and I think he was like top 6 rankings wise, and smashing it in the rankings. And yeah, obviously he retired too. Well, obviously on paper retired too soon. Obviously health issues. Obviously, were to play a massive part of that. But yeah, I just want to get your thoughts.
Yeah, there could be a comparison there.
Yeah,
and I mean it'd be quite hard to see where Chimeav bounces back from that. Yeah, I mean the UFC could very well try and rebook the Paulo Costa fight, which puts Paulo Costa
that fight would make a lot of sense
and
as well.
Gives Chimeav a great opportunity to bounce back from.
Yeah, exactly, a good fight to do it as well, and a guy that a lot of hype behind that fight as well, and it will be bigged up as well. So
just depends how good he looks. Depends how good he looks in the day.